All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Set. Mike.
You don't want it.
You don't want none of that.
Give me it. Pick up the ball.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hey, line them up. Got 4 down.
Carry now for
Watch
Kareem
twist.
Hunt.
Watch the twist.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He wasn't ready.
They tried to quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Not here.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Get him, boy.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
What's that? 19.
Over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Target. 58's the Mike.
Hey, 31.
It's the Mike.
High 7. Cut.
58, boys. 58.
Line them up.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
So he left side,
You can't
it's
block me.
complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down
Let's
at the
go,
Colts
baby.
30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
58's the Mike. 58.
54.
Mike.
59.
Go, night. Quick dad.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold
That's
on
where
to
you
that
belong.
one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Right there. Let him know. 58. 58
The
the Mike.
handoff. Now Watson.
I got you, punk.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
There we go.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 15-yard line. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
50 set. 19.
Hey, pick your game up.
Hey, 58 is a Mike. Go 58.
From the red zone now, Watson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Good job.
15-yard touchdown. Strike first here on their opening drive. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go now. Mike. Henry. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
Army. Bang, bang, bang.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Boom! Yeah,
it's a loss
baby.
of a yard there, and now second down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Okay.
After the loss to start
56.
out, here's second and 11.
You ain't going nowhere.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Yeah.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Come on.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
We got 4.
And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is fielded inside the 5. Very good return that time.
Come on,
18
fellas.
yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here
All
for
day,
their next
just
drive.
like that,
They'll be
just
looking
like
to
that.
duplicate that first drive that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them.
Yeah,
right?
baby.
Imagine
Boom.
getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last
Here
run.
we go, D. Get off the field.
55.
58. Yeah.
From
Mike,
the
58,
gun,
right
here's
there.
Watson.
Rip right, rip right.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Sack,
Big
baby.
In there
Good
to
job.
bury him for a loss of 11. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern.
Watch tight
Anything
end.
to try and slow down that pass rush.
Tight end's right.
Echo.
3 down. Mike's 43. Mike's
Now some
43.
movement before
Watch
the snap.
Watch the flag.
And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Pop.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Check.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
43.
surprised to see them run the
Hey,
ball.
I'm coming
here,
after
just try
you.
and get
I'm
some
coming after
space.
you. Alert flow.
Hey, 55. Delta.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
3rd and
It's our
long.
field.
It's Watson.
It's our field.
That'll be taken in
Hey,
there
it's
by
our-
Miles Boykin. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. An incredible play there.
Yeah,
They do
baby.
get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. The Jets out to the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, G.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Yeah! I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 34-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Now it's Mack, draw play. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Woo! You got him.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Mike.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Check. Check.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank.
Watch the run, watch the run.
What, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league. I'm 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more. Because that's how you end up converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch.
Here we go, let's bring it.
In this situation,
let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Run, 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 and run it.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Here's Mack. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Let's go. Travel. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready? 56. Spike 56.
Don't get nervous.
On second and 11 now. Brissett. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. They're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week. Another one here. Remember, he's not a DB. He's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off.
Quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Houston.
Reset. 19. 43 is the mic. Here it comes. Here it comes. Shift. 26. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Down the go.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutoff lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
Here, brother. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
At the 48-yard line.
Good set. 19. 54. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Hey, 59.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
That's how we do it, baby.
Darius Leonard applied the heat. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and get them a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get tight. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play, and facing a second and long.
Don't let him breathe.
They run the draw play with Matt.
Don't let him breathe.
I got you, boy. Nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Let it go. 6, Mike, 56. Let's pick it up. It's out time, guys. Out time. Let's get off the field.
And he's going to get off the field across the 30-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play
56,
develop
right there, right there. 56.
Disadvantages.
Quit talking
when
about
they find
it
those
and bring it.
levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes
All
behind the
day,
corner
baby.
and in front
Let's
of the
go.
safety,
Let's
makes it
go.
tough to defend.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
H3, 2-8-2, cover.
They'll run on first down, Marlon Mack.
I got him.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
They don't want it, fellas.
No
they
gain on
don't
the play there,
want
2nd
it.
down.
Keep playing hard.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's get it.
To throw, Brissett. Catch made here by Campbell. The reception good for 7.
Here comes the boom!
Down.
I see you, boy! I see you!
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The second down completion got him 7.
56.
Now here's 3rd
Get
and
ready,
3.
get ready, get ready. Showing 8, showing 8.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away.
And that's what friends are for.
Oh, ball, that's our ball.
As
That's
the
our ball.
returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the
Here
ball
we go,
game.
here we go.
They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll run here with Mack. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, it'll be Mack. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Nearly 30 minutes of football. That touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it
Come
all
on,
the way
baby.
down
Let's
to the
go.
28-yard line.
A 49-yard
A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. So the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
They can't hold me, Coach.
Kareem Hunt. As the first half is winding down. And the Texans have taken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play,
boys, bring it
you
up.
know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Ready, 6 the mic. 70 Indy. 6 is the mic. Here we go.
They'll throw down the final play. This one complete to Devin Funchess. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two.
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Now Mack. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Offensive coordinator, I'm going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Spike 56. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Praise the offense to try to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
I got him.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now, looking for the 3rd and 3. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Exit. Crash.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him?
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this Texans defense stands tall. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Bandit. 59. Kill. 24. Zoom. Down and go.
Out of the gun, Watson. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Gregory. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Down and go.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Get ready.
A fresh 7 downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom! Hindsight is 20/20, partner.
That's how we
Maybe
do
they should
it.
have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw, Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Darius Leonard in there to drop him at sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to 3rd and long.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Yeah, baby. Good job, baby.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Set now. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
Check, ready. Mike, go to base. Check, 56. Watch the slant.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Yo. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
You don't want this.
Mike's 56. Mike 56.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Into the second half. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position. They had a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
At the 13-yard line.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Watson. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Line up.
Watson on 3rd down.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning.
I know you feel
why
that.
not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Here we go.
At their own 16-yard line.
Ready up.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Let's go,
With this
let's
deficit,
go.
you can't have too many drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
You've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if something got to be
defense, let's go.
casualties
Pick
at
it
times,
up,
we're
D.
trying to win a game.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
It's a gain of 18. And the Colts first down.
Come on, set. 60 out long.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mack off the draw play. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough,
get in the weight room.
Gritty run.
Get in the weight room.
Behind his pads, pulled over a few people, but that one right up the gut.
I got you, boy. I got you,
No
boy.
reason to lighten up now. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. They're out of the gun with Mack. And they see right through that defensively.
You don't want no problems.
As he'll be hit
you don't
and
want no
taken
problems
down to
with
the
me.
backfield. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah,
Watch the run, watch the
change
run.
it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you get back to what you wanted to do before.
Lockdown, baby. You ain't
Now
got
a
the key to
quick
this
throw
one.
as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's going to be
Good work,
taken
boys.
down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 33. First down throw for Brissett. Campbell making the catch. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
Come on, fellas.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Brissett now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man
In your
here today.
face.
He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
He's checking. Crash.
They'll turn it a power game to try to get in. And trying to push forward, but he's going to be stuffed up in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Set, ready. Go to base. 51. Blue Dan. Watch switch. 64. Weak. Safe.
Looking to run the back. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Our ball.
Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks. 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed, because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
This is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 27 yards there, a first down. Watson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Hunt. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
58's the mic. Go on. Come on, D. Go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Texans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
58's the mic. 58's
now
the
we play fake, and it's
Come
Watson.
to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot.
Let's
be
go,
smart.
baby. Let's
I
go.
think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Here all day.
And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, 81 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team
Let's go,
right.
let's go!
No doubt about it.
And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have one timeout. You look at the clock. And let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Check 9, check 9.
It tells us about the timeout.
You do.
Get there.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about
Let's go,
all
defense. Let's
11
get out the field,
probably
defense.
crashing the line here.
58's the mic. 58.
Now Watson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Down to Inigos Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
Check, 43.
And this is where a team...
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
The locker room, they start to think to themselves,